So there's no Premier League weekend without a VAR controversy. And once again, we have two decisions from this weekend that we have to talk about. And surprisingly or not, they are from the same game. It was one of the big games of the weekend, Manchester United taking on Chelsea at Old Trafford. And the first one, this one is for you, Victor. I know Fernandez is not your best mate, but keep an open mind on this one. Fernandez scored a goal against Chelsea, his 100th goal for United, which is pretty impressive, by the way, I must admit. Scored his 100th goal for Manchester United against Chelsea, but many people have been arguing that his goal should not have stood because he was offside, and they made reference to the fact that the same thing happened, and it was disallowed for Lyle Foster, and now they are saying something similar is onside. What are your takes on that?
It's this whole mess with the sleeve line and whatever. I think it's comical, nowadays. According to the current rules, it's the sleeve line. It's just a matter of consistency from the refs and also the age-old problem of referees know the rules, but they don't understand the game. I don't think Fernandez being offside or onside in this situation really creates an advantage to United. It's really debatable whether the rule book actually covers the ref's decision. I suppose here, honestly, give it or chalk it off. Any decision could be right. So, sure, let it stand or whatever.
Max, your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, we just lack of refs consistency because, you well remember the goal was disallowed with a shorter sleeve of the player, and this time it's much bigger, but it's still allowed. So, yeah, I'm fine with this goal, obviously, and it feels like Victor said there's no advantage for the attacking player, but you just have to give the same calls for every single moment, at least which are this or the previous one with Burnley player. So we just need a consistency in ref decisions. So I would say we should allow this goal, but looking forward, if we see pretty much the same moment and goal is disallowed, then we will have questions at least.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to disagree on this one. Why? Because I can hear what Victor said about you could give it for either side, but my point is, if this happens 20 times, I think 15 times they probably disallow it. If it happens 20 times, 15 times they probably disallow it, and we just need something consistent to go with. They cannot leave us guessing every time whether they are going to allow it or disallow it. If they've already disallowed something for something similar, I think they should follow that trend. And in my opinion, it looks more likely to be disallowed than to be allowed. So I think they should have just disallowed it, in my opinion. But yeah, it's not so much of a controversy that it was allowed, but I think it was a wrong call. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the second offense, actually came in this game as well. Maybe this screenshot is not doing so much justice to the tackle because Casemiro actually got hold of the ball first. But Victor, do you think Casemiro's second yellow card offense was worthy of a booking? Because many fans have said, he actually made contact with the ball first. What's your take on that?
I'm going to agree with this decision. Yes, he did make contact, but let's have a look at the next picture. If we look at this, we can see that he's also holding Santos back before making the tackle. I think the referee made the right decision here because he took both the holding and the tackle into account. If he only made the tackle, that would have been fine because he got the ball. But he would not have been in a position to make that tackle without holding the player back. Santos would have gotten away from him. Then again, the other side of the coin, if Santos had gone down before the tackle, when Casemiro was holding him, that would have been a foul straight away, obviously. However, I think it's ironic because that might not have gotten him the second yellow. Referees are sometimes a bit more lenient when a player's already been booked, and the holding was not something as visually striking as the tackle. So if you put both actions together, I think this was absolutely the correct decision.
Yeah, Max, your take on that?
I mean, looking at the game, it just felt like the ref wanted to equal teams because you have two United leading, Chelsea already have red card, and sometimes in the head of the referee, he wants teams to be equal, and it felt like the main question is not about him touching the ball or not. It was the offense, obviously, and the main thing about this, it feels like he's giving second yellow not for the tackle, but mostly for the cut in the attack. And he was probably thinking that somehow Chelsea player could have scored a goal here, like a potential goal scorer in attack, and it's a yellow card. But he was pretty much alone against like 5 or 6 defenders, and for me it feels like there was no yellow card, obviously, and I'll probably disagree with the ref.
Fair point. I think I pretty much
Shocker.
agree. I think I pretty much agree with the decision, but I will just say this for a little bit of context. I agree with the yellow card, but I'll just say this that if one thing that people also missed in this whole sequence is the fact that the moment Santos went down, you could see all the Chelsea players ran towards the ref and started saying he should be given a second card. All the Chelsea players literally made that gesture. And my point is, anywhere, if Chelsea did not have a red card themselves, I'm sure they will have not been so agitated to push the referee to do that as well. So I'm saying that also played a part in how this tackle was perceived. If Casemiro was on a yellow and it was 11v11, anywhere else, I don't think any Chelsea player would cry out for a card. So it's something that could have been overlooked, or it's also something that could have been given as a yellow card. So it's not a controversy, in my opinion. I think it was the right decision. Very unfortunate that it was a second yellow card offense, but yeah, in my opinion, I agree with it. So yeah, surprisingly, Max, you did not agree with this one, or you disagreed rather. Max?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, it just feels like if it was 11v11, he would never give the second yellow card here, and this is what I don't like in refs' decisions usually, because sometimes they just want the equity between teams, and that's strange actually.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, at this point, we'll leave our viewers to join us in the conversation. Was Fernandez offside or onside against Chelsea? And should Casemiro have been given a second yellow card for that tackle? Yes or no? Join us in the comment section and tell us what you think about these decisions at Old Trafford over the weekend, and we'll be waiting to hear from you.